This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by the law offices of Brockstedt Mandalas and Federico.
If you find yourself up against a legal question, maybe something like getting your affairs in order or a contract question, to maybe even something a little bit more involved like medical malpractice or personal injury, you're going to want a team behind you that you can trust. And with over 15 areas of practice, Brockstedt Mandalas and Federico will walk you through the legal process.
When you think, I need a lawyer, you might start thinking of all the stress that may come with that. At Brockstedt Mandalas Federico, they try to take some of that stress out of the equation by starting with the basics and treating you like family.
Introduce for our community, our viewers, maybe somebody who hasn't heard of you guys, or maybe somebody who just hasn't needed a lawyer yet, what you guys do, the services that you cover here at Brockstedt Mandalas and Federico.
So for a long time, I guess, Leah, we have tried to position ourselves as a firm that kind of offers a lot of different alternatives for people. We like to be the first firm that people will think about. So we, in our Lewis office here, we have a personal injury department. We have a real estate department that Heidi is the head of. We've got a land use department. We do estates and trusts here. So we do quite a different practice areas here in this office. Up in Dover, we have some of those same practice areas. I should have mentioned with estates and trusts, we also have an elder law component and some more sophisticated types of estate planning.
So a lot of moments that somebody might, end up needing a lawyer, it can be stressful, So how do you guys kind of take those stressful moments and break it down? Not only is it stressful because you're in a point in your life that has a lot going on, but also, you don't understand a lot of the language that you're up against sometimes. How do you guys break that down for, the ordinary person that is in a situation that maybe they didn't think they would be in?
One of the things I pride myself on is being able to just take people where they are and just talk to them and have a conversation. In my earlier career, somebody said to me, it's so intimidating to talk to a lawyer. And I'm like, you just talk to him, that's just the way it is. But just from I come from a big family and I like talking to people, and it's just really just listening, what's your issue, and then help us break things down into components for it. So if you're buying a house, I talk about all the different parts that we do, and then you're going to have a lot of people you're going to be working with, and then trying to explain to people like who else is going to be a part of that journey with them. And it's no different. Like if someone's had a death in their family, they're going to come to our estate and trust group, and they're just going to take them where they are, and it can be one of the most emotional days of your life.
I think that conversational aspect starts early here. I mean, even from just the first phone call, you guys have a person at the desk that can help you kind of sort out what you need, because again, you might not really know.
Right, and that's really the first step, is giving us a call, because we sort of look at our clients as sort of part of our family.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that their burden becomes sort of ours, and after that first consultation, we want you to walk away from here breathing a sigh of relief and going, whatever problem that was, it's now in their hands. I feel confident that they are competent to handle this.
Why is it important, you guys, to kind of bring that element to this law firm and make sure that you are kind of treating your clients like family?
Well, I think we've been a client before, and it's important for us to recognize that we want to help people.
Yeah.
But being a part of a community, everybody needs somebody. And I've always wanted my practice, and I've always wanted this firm to be representative of the community, that you don't have to go outside the community to get help.
The other reason I think that we like to have this sort of family type approach is that we're not a one and done type shop. Most of our clients, they'll need us maybe for the purchase of a home, some sort of real estate matter, and then, God forbid there's an accident, an automobile accident, and they'll need us for that. And it's always, I think, easier for the client if they know that, okay, well, I had this first experience with that firm. They did a really good job. I feel like I'm in the family now. I can call them again, and I know they'll take care of me. And that's the type of client we want. That family thing transcends. We've also, we've worked really hard as a group of partners to make sure that our employees feel like they're part of the family. I'm sort of happy to say that over the past 3 years, we've been named a top workplace in Delaware. So, we try to make sure that it's not just the clients, but it's also the staff and the attorneys all feel like it's all one big family.
What makes your team so special that, has kind of curated that culture here in the office?
One of the things I'm just so proud of with this firm is our work ethic.
Yeah.
We work really hard, and I like to look to my left and look to my right and see other lawyers working here, very, very hard. and our staff is the same. And so I think that leadership is really important because it helps you educate your staff to, you know, the changing laws that are coming up, because they didn't go to law school.
Right.
We did. And you know, the laws are constantly changing, and it's trying to interpret that for them and how to apply things, because it's constantly changing. And you can go to AI and get an answer, but are you getting the real legal answer?
Right.
And
The other thing I think, Leah, is that, you know, we've worked hard to attract the best talent. You know, we started out with just a couple lawyers, and we're 30 lawyers now, and we don't hire though just to hire. We make sure that we're hiring the best of the best, because we want to be one of the best, well, in my estimation, we are one of the best law firms in the Mid-Atlantic region, and we want to continue to be that and even expand if that's what the future has for us. But I think people who come through our doors can be very, very confident that they're getting a level of competency that they won't find in every other firm.
Yeah. So at what point is somebody walking through your doors? When do they know, all right, maybe I need to contact a law firm?
So I had a client back quite a few years ago, and the client would call me, and they'd be sort of in a mess of a circumstance, and I'd say, well, here's what we have to do, and here's what we have to do, and here's what we have to do, and they'd get upset with me, and they'd say, you know, why is it that every time I call you, you're telling me all these horrible things I have to do to unravel this mess? And I always said, because you didn't call me before the mess. You got to call. You know, when you first have that inclination that something's maybe going the wrong direction, think for a moment whether professional advice is, you know, something that would be helpful. It's in my estimation, it's always easier at the front end and less costly at the front end.
Sure.
If you just, you know, and we're, you know, our consultations, we don't charge for them. Come in, have a conversation. If there's something we can help you with, then we're off and running. If there's not something we can help you with, we'll tell you. This isn't the right time. But, you know, like Heidi said, I mean, we just want to have a conversation. We're happy to talk with anybody who might think they might need us.
So if you are up against that question, maybe it is time to get in touch with a lawyer, you want to do so sooner rather than later. You can find them on their website, or even better, you can give Brockstedt Mandalas and Federico a call. They will pick up the phone. They are there for you every single step of the way. But we're here for you too with more Coast Life. That's coming up.